Hello everyone, welcome back to this Lord of the Rings Minecraft adventure. I am Left Click, this is Apollo, and I think we figured out a course we are going to take from our little post in the Misty Mountains here. Currently we're on the edge of the Misty Mountains and the Uruk-hai lands. I am afraid because there are Isengard wargs and Uruk-hai and berserkers everywhere around, and I don't like it, but I feel like what we could do is we could skirt the Misty Mountains over by this peak, go around its right side, and head west into Isengard. Because I do want to see what Isengard is like. Some of my commenters below have mentioned that this mod has added some pre-generated sort of force spawn structures in the mod since I last played it, including walls around Isengard, around Minas Tirith, mountains where Mount Doom is and where Erebor is, and apparently there's a village in Bree. Thank you to commenters like Miss Magus Deposada, and of course, my main man or woman, whoever you are, Critical Wookie 93. They mentioned these structures in their comments, and among other things like crafting recipes and things I've taken to heart in this playthrough. I do appreciate all of your comments, and so I'm going to try and hit some of those things now that we are adventuring a little bit more securely with our dog and our horse. Don't be too alarmed if I'm not fighting a bunch of these Gundabad orcs that we see in these Misty Mountains. I don't want to deal with them because although it would give us a good amount of alignment with our allies, I am not a huge fan of them. And I do want to cut over to this valley, which I think would hold Isengard. Or at least would be close enough to Isengard when we cross this river. Because this should be, if I'm not mistaken, here we are. It is this river that I'm not sure what it's called. I think it's... I know it goes to the Gap of Rohan. I'm not quite sure. But this river, we'll cross it, go to Isengard, and from there we can fast travel somewhere else in the Misty Mountains that's a little bit closer to some better aligned destinations. We will have to ford our horse across. Where is Apollo? Apollo is our doggy, and I hope he didn't get lost. Once we ford our horse across, we will use the fast travel system in this mod. We will go into the Misty Mountains, somewhere close to the Vales of Anduin, the Great River. And from there, we can go to Lothlorien, we can maybe go to Mirkwood. It's just a gateway to the east of Middle-earth, the Misty Mountains are. And I think getting to that point where we can fast travel around is something that I'm glad we would do. But we have to wait for our fast travel timer to cool down. As last I checked, it was maybe 10 or maybe 9 minutes. So we'll have to wait for that to go through. But in the meantime, let's hope that we enter Isengard soon. If we head straight west, we should be there. And I don't know where Apollo is. I'm a little bit afraid that we already lost our boy, but never fear, we may be able to get him back. Okay, we're in Isengard now. This is what I suspected. I do think that there might be a large wall leading towards the actual fortress. So I'm going to go towards that fast travel point, flitting through all these Dunlendings and Uruk-hai and Isengard Snaga. Snaga being the Orcish word for slaves, though I don't know if Snaga is the plural form. I think Snaga is the singular form, and so I don't know what multiple Snaga would be called. And hey, there we are. So this is one of the pre-generated structures I was just talking about. This is the wall around Isengard. I do not know what it's made of. It seems to be made of some stone brick. Seems kind of dark, though. Actually, let me crack this open. Numenorian brick. Oh, so this is an old wall. This is probably made by Black Numenorians. This might be what Orthanc is made of. I don't know if Orthanc is a generated structure. I doubt it, since that would just be a very large, complicated tower. So we're going to head over there. I think there's a gate that leads to Isengard from the road you see on this map. And so I think if we find that southern gate, we can enter the wall more effectively instead of having to tunnel our way through. And I think we just found it. It isn't so much as a gate as a large portcullis. Man, this wall is freaking huge. How many blocks wide is it? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. God, this must be like 15, 16 blocks wide. Good lord. That is definitely a fortified area. So, do we have quests to slay Dunlendings. So we might just run around and do that while waiting for our fast travel timer to cool down. Let me get off our horse and let it heal up a little bit by munching on grass. Our fast travel timer... I think I want to get to Mount Fanduidol, and from there go down to the Vales of Anduin and down to Lothlorien. Or we can go to Eagle's Eyrie, go over to Mirkwood. Though, I do want to see what Lothlorien is like, if it's still the same as I remember. Where the hell did my horse go? Excuse me. Did I... Oh my god, my horse is still running. Well... It seems my horse is doing that funny Minecraft thing where if you sprint on your horse, it keeps wanting to go back to where you came from, or in the direction that from whence you came. Alright, let's kill some Dunlendings while we're waiting to go to Mount Foluidel, or whatever I just said. I do not speak Elvish. The only Elvish I know is from watching the movies and playing this mod, actually. That's how I knew Mai Govanen as something, expression of welcome from the elves. But other than that, I don't know how to pronounce many things, so do, be patient with me if you are a hardcore Tolkienado, or ringer, or... What is a fandom term for someone who's a fan of Tolkien's works? There should be some actual term that is used, and I am dying. And I'm going to take care of this archer, because he might be the one to make me perish. Let's get over here. Mounted archery is hard. I can see why not many civilizations developed a counter to it, because it's so effective, if you get it right. Let's eat some bread, heal up, and then just skewer these people before they skewer me with their tridents and other things. Oh, hey. Got some silver coins out of that and some bones. That's pretty useful. Okay, do we have any quests for Isengard wargs? I'll have to check my quest book once we're out of this very aggressive and dangerous area. We take care of this archer. Alright, let's head to the edge of the wall. And we'll crack open our red book. Okay, we got a helmet. I already have a good helmet, though. Okay, Dunlendings, Gundabad Orcs, Gundabad Wargs. So, we can take care of that when we're in the Misty Mountains, because Gundabad Wargs are in heavy supply up there. Let's see. We got 8 seconds left. We could save that Dunlending quest for another day. Maybe we'll definitely head back to Rohan, as I think Rohan is a great civilization. I might want to pledge my service to Rohan, though Gondor is a great faction to pledge your service to, as there's many fiefdoms, many small principalities with their own specialities. Though I would like to also maybe pledge my faction to some of the elves, but I feel myself more in kindred with the kingdoms of men in the mod. And maybe that's me being racist, but I think that the human civilizations in Lord of the Rings, Tolkien really put in an effort to make them distinct and complex, more than just good and evil. Where we know the dwarves are generally good, the elves are good, and the orcs are evil, men go both ways, as they do in real life. The best and the worst are found among them, and I think that Tolkien's views on wars did affect that perception of mankind, and also gave him a great interpretation of what the world would be like if it was suddenly flung into a conflict between great powers, where you have the elves and the Maiar, or like, you know, the Balrogs and Sauron and other great spirits fighting out this war, and then the world of men is just caught in the middle, and they have to choose a side. Some chose the dark, some chose the light, some just chose the side that would protect their homes the most. And sometimes they were misguided or deceived, as, you know, men often are. And I think that's why I really want to ally with the men, or I say men, that's the term that Tolkien uses to describe humans in general. So I would say maybe the human faction that chose the good instead of being naturally predisposed to it, as I think that is a nobler gesture. As, you know, the dwarves are basically made from stone by who is man, who made the dwarves? I cannot. Aule the Smith, I think it was, to make them beings of perfection. Oh God. Okay. So I think lag happened and caused me to almost die. As you can see, that was causing some issues. When I log in, I hope I'm not being booty slammed by orcs up the wazoo. I do apologize. I would normally not press the funny escape button to, pause out of my problems, but this was a technical issue, and I feel like it was justified. But we're back now. My game crashed, which I am somewhat upset about, but it's all good now. I think everything's fine. The orcs aren't paying attention to me right now. I think that might be an issue in the future. I'm gonna get off my horse, eat some meat, and okay, so my game is working a little bit. I do apologize for these issues. I haven't booted up my computer in a while. Heck. Well, I asked for that. I told the game that it was a piece of poop, and that's what I got. Alright, I'm back. So, my game is having less of a conniption. It's actually loading in blocks. That's good. I think the issue was with my recording, actually. That I had a folder that my records upload to actually open, so I was having to write the file into that preview as well as into... So, I had the folder that my recordings go into open at the same time that I was recording. Apparently, my computer decided to have a conniption about that. And it might also have to do with the amount of blocks that are loaded in the Misty Mountains, also not helping anything. But it seems to be okay now. Doesn't seem like I'm experiencing any major lag issues. I do not know if we're getting any of our shit back. I do hope that we find it, because I think literally all of our coin was in there. And I think it may have been wise to not bring all that coin to the same place. And maybe we should have stored away, like, half of it, maybe. Ooh, that wasn't good. But we learned from our mistakes, if nothing else. So we can go forward. If I just bitch, moan, and complain about it, nothing gets done. But if we learn from this, we can take away something, it is this. Number one, when you get into the Misty Mountains, look for landmarks. Because if you just start galloping around, you won't be able to find your shit. Number two, don't put all your coins in one area. Especially if it's on your person, because if you die, you're never going to find it again. And hours of work would go down the toilet. And that would be quite upsetting. What are some other lessons we can take from this? I'm trying to be optimistic because, frankly, I'm a little upset. But it's okay. Hopefully these Goonabad orcs don't go after my booty. I think if I just make a blind run without gathering equipment, we'll have enough time to find my crap. And, fortunately, in these older versions of Minecraft, I think it is true where if your stuff is dropped, like if items are on the ground and you aren't in that chunk, that timer, I think it's like 5 minutes in this version of Minecraft, of those items despawning does not start. And you have to be in a chunk that is loaded for it to go. So that means if we are super far away, we will have at least a little bit of time to find them. And I believe we were in an open area like this, so at least we know what to look for. We weren't in the middle of a peak. I think we were maybe on a ridge somewhat. What we could do is we could just start moving northward, northeastward, back towards that fast travel point and retrace our steps, as I think we would probably take a similar route to begin with. We did go towards a very high peak, if I recall correctly. Oh, God, but there's high peaks everywhere, and we're nowhere near the fast travel point. And we're running out of food. This was a mistake. I am a dum-dum. This is what I get for thinking I'm good at the game and can survive the Misty Mountains, but apparently my computer had a conniption and decided, you know what, left click, you don't get to play the game. But it's alright. I'm confident in myself. In the meantime, how about I pass the time with a jaunty story about, maybe from Tolkien himself. Let's see. Talk about Bilbo and the riddles in the dark. Oh, you know what? Riddle contest. I think that's a great way to pass the time while we are blindly stumbling through the snow. Let me think of some riddles. I think there were some riddles that I found in this mod before that I may not have answered yet. Let's see. Oh god, okay, we're running out of food. Huh. Might be something like... Oh, here's one from The Hobbit. I think you probably all know this if you're fans of the mod, or just fans of Lord of the Rings in general. I think it's... Has no breath, cold as death. I think so. Let's see. Cold as death, has no breath. In water, never... Wait. Never thirsty, always drinking. Clad in mail, never clinking. What am I? I think I may have beefed it up, but hopefully some of you can answer it and know what I'm picking up. Know how to pick up what I'm throwing down at you. I might starve before I get to my stuff. Never mind. We probably went down this way. And over here. God, I do hope we find our crap because I am starving. Over here. Yes. Yes, we went along this ridge, I believe. We went over here. I think we died because my computer had a conniption around maybe this area. Because I don't think we went down this far. I think right here. Yeah! Yeah. Here we go. There's my horse. My good old Rohirric horse. Which means that my armor and whatnot is probably somewhere nearby. And I'm going to get on you so I can find it more quickly. Now, does anyone remember which way I went? I could pause and look back at the footage, but I think that might be cheating. I hope I don't starve. I hope I find my crap. Was I this way? No. Was I this way? I don't think so. Maybe. Beans, man. I got off my horse. And it was shortly after I did that I died. I think I went back this way. Yes! Oh, I'm so good! Give me food. Give me food. That's milk. At least I have a battle axe. Oh, I'm so good at this game. Okay, I am so grateful. Let's take off that party hat because we need actual armor at this point. There we go. Well, you know what? This turned out to be okay. I am very glad. I think we have almost everything accounted for. Let's put back together my inventory so that it makes somewhat sense. I like to have bow there, here, pickaxe there, building blocks there, axe, boom, nothing, boom. We did it, lads. We found our crap. I feel so scared now. Let's actually see how much coin I would have lost. Great, literally all of it. Oh, God. That was stressful. But we survived. See? All it took was determination and almost starving to death. But as long as I had a heading and think the gods for the map in this mod, or else I would have been screwed. I would have been absolutely boned. But using the map, we were able to find our way, and that's good. And now my computer is not having a conniption, which also greatly helps. These berry bushes might be useful to us in the future, so I am going to grab whatever food I can so I don't starve again. Alright. Let's head southwest to the Vales of Anduin, where things are probably going to be much easier to do. Once again, I do apologize for the technical difficulties, and this dull content of me just trying to find my crap. And we haven't been kicking that much orc ass because of it. But maybe when night falls again, we can find some more Gundabad orcs to kill, and some Gundabad, wargs. As we want to kill some of those in the Misty Mountains, but it seems my computer did not want me to put up a fight. And wanted to nerf me. But, even with a nerf, I prevailed. In the meantime, while we're going through here, let me find out what that riddle was. I'm going to see if I can look it up for you. Hobbit riddles. Here we go. Aha, here we go. Alive without breath, as cold as death. Clad in mail. Oh wait, no. Never thirsty, ever drinking, all in mail, never clinking. There we go. What's in here? Bones, I think I might have crossbow bolts in a pouch. Nope, I do not. That's fine. We are in the Vales of Anduin now. The Vales of the Great River. So, things should be easier for us here. I don't think we're going to see many elves here. In fact, I think it's going to be a somewhat wild land. But it is green, there are trees, not those fuck-ass mountains anymore. We are going to head southeast towards the ease of Lothlorien. So let's start heading that way. And along the way, it's not nightfall, so there's not going to be any orcs in the Misty Mountains anymore. So it is just going to be a long ride. I should have tried to kick some more ass over there, but alas, things happened. Maybe we can go find a cave on our way to Lothlorien. Or maybe I should skip ahead a little bit. Maybe just try and reach Lothlorien. Maybe just take some of this footage of me going through these trees on the way through the vales and the hills of Anduin to get to Lothlorien, because it's going to be mainly just navigation and me talking as we ride. And that might be a good part of this series, now that I think about it. Shouldn't be too uneventful, though. Oh, we're back in the foothills of the Misty Mountains. Maybe there are orcs that spawn in this area. I don't know. Let's see. Maybe we can go back in the Misty Mountains and then down. It'll be a little bit slower, but we may find some orcs to kill, or some wargs. That'll be quite useful. Oh, there's some tin. Could always pick up some of that. Yep, there we go. And I think we can put on back. I think we can put back a little party crown. There we go. There's my special boy. All right, that makes me feel a little better. I am the king of this mod. I have survived perilous journeys. Holy crap! What is that? That looks like some kind of dwarven tower. Or I think it looks like a dwarven tower. Maybe not. Maybe it's older. Hold on. Let's investigate. It looks like dwarven brick. Maybe. I mean, that's interesting. I mean, the dwarves did have a foothold in the Misty Mountains at one point. Yeah, it is dwarven brick. Did we just find some kind of dwarven ruin? I didn't know these existed. How curious. It seems to be an old dwarven gate as well. Well, we gotta explore the crap out of this. Let's dig an area so that our horse can enter so she can be safe. Is a horse a he or a she? I don't know. Anyway, I still feel bad for abandoning Apollo. Let's go in here. Let's actually bar up these big areas so our horse doesn't escape. Wow, yeah. Looks like charred wood on the inside or rotted wood. Is there anything in here? There's some stuff. There's a pike. There's a dwarven warhammer. Let's see. I think that dwarven pike might be more use to us. The Annals of Khazad-dûm, Volume 2. In the second age, the dark enemy of Mordor invaded the land of Holland. He came with orc hosts beyond count. Durin the Third, the Lord of Khazad-dûm, did not sit idle. He sent a great host to aid our elven friends. So this is not recent. This is a very old history. But it might be of use to us if we want to discover what happened here. Give us an idea that orc hosts are not strangers to these areas. Ooh, cram. Cram might be a very good foodstuff to bring with us, as it is a foodstuff known for its long shelf life and salty taste. I think it's from the region of Dale. I'm not quite sure. Ooh, a dwarven forge. Do we have... We don't have a dwarven forge back at home, do we? Might have to take this. Let's see, food and materials. Let's put it in the food and materials section. I think that's fair. Well, now we have a dwarven forge. Hey, you know what? This might have been worth it. Man, this tower is high up. Shame that this tower came into ruin. It seemed to may have been a great fortress of the dwarves in days gone by, but now it's fallen to char and cinder. I do think this is rotted, or I think this is charred wood. Yeah, it seems like this tower was burned to a crisp. Maybe someday the dwarves reclaim their dominion in the Misty Mountains, but who knows? Who knows? Let us continue on our lonely road to Lothlorien. It seems like all that lays before us is vestiges of a bygone age, whether it be dwarven kingdoms, ruined Arnorian towers. It just reminds me that the world of Middle-earth is old. We are nowhere near the inception of this place, and that there are many things that came before. I think with these technical difficulties, I think we've run through the time that has been allotted to us for this episode. I think I'll skip ahead a little bit at the beginning of the next episode, as I don't want to just, ride through these hills. If I see anything cool, anything in particular, I might bring you all back and show you what I found. But until then, I think I'll just meet you in the Vales of Anduin. I think that's a fair bet. Until then, I'll see ya.